Welcome to Where the Soul Echoes, a sacred space where your soul's journey comes first. This is not a mere astrological observation, but a tender invitation to step into the rhythm of your own becoming. Here, we move slowly, we breathe deeply, we honor the truths that stir in the quiet places of the heart, those echoes that rarely find their voice in the rush of the world. Tonight, on the 7th of September, the full moon reaches its peak in Pisces, marking a total lunar eclipse, a blood moon illuminating the hidden currents of our consciousness. This is a moment of pause, a tidal pull inward where the unseen asks to be recognized. This is not urgency or spectacle. This is reflection, deep and tender. This is the universe inviting you to confront the subtle threads of longing, unfinished business, and emotional resonance that have been quietly shaping your life and relationships. Eclipses are thresholds. They are not gentle reminders. They are turning points. Pisces, the oceanic, expansive, and compassionate sign, asks for surrender, yet in its depth there is discipline. Opposite the sun in Virgo, we are held in a sacred dance between the ethereal and the practical, the boundless and the grounded. Virgo demands clarity, discernment, and the courage to face reality with honesty. Pisces asks for flow, forgiveness, and the quiet acknowledgement of what cannot be controlled. Together, they form a mirror, a call to integrate the lessons that have been avoided, the desires deferred, and the emotions unclaimed. For those walking the twin flame path, this eclipse is not about sun reunion or dramatic events. It is a mirror of the inner terrain, reflecting where illusions have lingered, where karmic debts have remained unpaid, and where the soul has been waiting for witness and acknowledgement. It asks us to feel the depth of longing, not as a wound, but as a compass. It asks us to recognize the sacred work embedded within separation, the subtle lessons hidden in reflection. You may notice dreams that feel instructive rather than random, emotions surfacing with clarity, and synchronicities that shimmer like breadcrumbs along your path. These are not coincidences, they are echoes, resonances of the unseen currents shaping your soul's evolution. The eclipse asks patience, devotion, and presence. It asks that you honor your inner tides, meet your shadows with reverence, and hold the tender ache of transformation without fear or judgment. For the divine feminine, the eclipse is an awakening. It stirs intuition, emotional depth, and the memory of past lives. You may feel a gentle pull toward creative practices, writing, painting, music, movement, as acts of devotion rather than performance. Longing may rise. Let it be a compass, guiding you inward, not a wound to be patched. Grief may surface. Let it cleanse rather than overwhelm. Compassion for yourself is the altar upon which your soul rests. Boundaries are not weakness. They are sacred containers for your tenderness. Your empathy is a gift when rooted in self-respect. The feminine is called to witness her own emotional architecture, to see the ways devotion became self-erasure, compassion became codependency, or love became fantasy. This is the time to reclaim integrity within the heart. For the divine masculine, the eclipse is a moment of accountability and presence. The weight of deferred responsibility, unspoken truths, and avoidance may feel heavier under this sky. Yet this heaviness is not punishment. It is gravity, the natural pull of alignment. Saturn's recent retrograde has primed the soul for reflection, and now Pisces amplifies the emotional truth that integrity must manifest in action. You are invited to step into quiet courage, to meet responsibilities with honesty, to witness shadows without projection, and to align your choices with the truths of your own heart. Presence, not performance, is the offering of this moment. Together, twin flames are invited into a sacred mirror of reflection. Separation is not absence, it is preparation. Union is not a sudden event, it is steady alignment. The eclipse illuminates patterns that have shaped the connection, revealing what has been avoided, what is ready to transform. and what must finally be released. Mirrored lessons are potent. What you resist in yourself will appear in your twin flame. What you embrace will ripple through the connection. The path forward is not always visible, but the currents of the heart are always felt. Collectively, this eclipse lifts the veil on unresolved karmic threads. Patterns of avoidance, illusions of faith entangled with fear, unexamined beliefs, and generational wounds rise to the surface. The moon in Pisces dissolves rigid structures, softens boundaries, and calls for compassion. But the eclipse adds intensity. What was hidden is revealed. What was deferred is brought into light. The cosmos is inviting you to witness honestly, to recognize cycles of reaction, and to take gentle but committed action toward alignment. To work with this energy, you may begin each day by writing 3 truths you are ready to face and 3 illusions you release. Observe without judgment. Sit by water, visualizing the tides washing over your body, dissolving old karmic patterns. Keep a dream journal. Reflect on recurring symbols and messages. They may guide your twin flame journey or inner realignment. Engage in devotional, creative practices that flow from the heart, not for recognition or performance. Establish small, private rituals or signals that honor shared energy, even if physical separation persists. Repeat these practices daily. The potency of this eclipse is felt in the quiet, consistent acts of attention, reflection, and presence. Speak softly to yourself. I release illusions that no longer serve my soul. I honor the depth of my emotions and the lessons they carry. I act from integrity, even when unseen. I witness my twin flame and myself with compassion and clarity. I trust the sacred unfolding of love and alignment. Step into this reflection, breathe, witness, receive, let the soul echo. This is a season of refinement and illumination, not sudden fireworks, but steady clarity. Not chaos, but the gentle reclaiming of the inner tides. The eclipse asks, how will you honor your longing without losing yourself? How will you anchor compassion without dissolving your boundaries? How will you step into integrity without sacrificing tenderness? For twin flames, this is a time to revisit the unfinished currents of your union. What lessons were left half learned? What patterns need final recognition? What truths must now be embodied in small, consistent actions? Separation may deepen reflection. Union may emerge quietly in subtle gestures, shared awareness, and mutual acknowledgement. The work is internal, the rhythm sacred, the unfolding inevitable. Under this eclipse, the feminine anchors compassion with boundaries. The masculine steps into accountability with presence. Together, both souls are called to coherence, alignment, and fidelity to their own truth. The tides of Pisces wash over, the reflection of the moon illuminates, and the blood-red light whispers, all that returns is here for completion. If something here stirred your heart, softened your spirit, or whispered truth, please subscribe to Where the Soul Echoes and share your reflections. Your story matters. Your voice resonates. Your soul is listening. Let the mirror reveal you. Let the soul echo. Step into the mirror. Reflect. Awaken. Transform.